Service here in Denver, Colorado, backstage for the Rage Against the Machine Coup show. I'm with Juanita Setza and Joshua Earl. We're with Iraq Veterans Against the War, correct?
Yes.
You guys have organized this concert.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, the reason why we organized this concert, it actually started off at Winter Soldier, and what we were doing was educating the public about our stories about what we experienced in the war, because the media won't cover it. And so what we're doing here is we're bringing music and we're bringing education to a mass group of people so that they can mobilize with us, and we are going to be marching toward the Pepsi Center to give a letter and to the Democratic National Convention and the delegates and the superdelegates. And the way we're doing that is we're here to take this music, get people pumped up, get people excited, so that they're wanting to march with us, and so that we can have a really revolutionary action that hopefully will change history and end the war.
What is it about the bands that are playing today, and the two headliners of the two biggest bands of the Coup and Rage? What is it about these two bands that mobilize young people and that you think can spread a message beyond just young people to a more mainstream audience so that you can affect the vote?
Well, I think what is best about the bands that we chose is that their message isn't so much about change on a light scale. It's more of like change on a radical level, and we want this action to be non-violent. But we know that this kind of music will get people pumped up, get people excited, and we know that everybody can relate to at least one of their messages. And so if we can get, because not everybody is going to agree with everybody's opinion, but if we can get everybody on the same page about ending the war and about getting excited about this action, we can get people moving.
So this is more about social change than it is about immediate political change?
No, our number one, the only change that we are looking for here is ending the war in Iraq immediately, and for benefits for veterans coming home from the war. That is the only action that we are taking. We have no other agenda than ending the war.
Are you both veterans?
I am a veteran, and
I'm an ally.
And how is your experience both in the war and coming home? Have you received benefits?
I actually have not received any benefits. A bill was just passed for the new GI Bill that's coming out in 2009, and has to do with the Iraq Veterans Against the War and other GI and other veterans who are screaming that we deserve some sort of benefits for putting our lives on the line for our country. And especially for an illegal occupation in Iraq, we deserve some sort of recognition for that. And as far as benefits, that's the only benefits we're getting right now.
As a veteran, the military is generalized as being conservative. In your experience, is that true? This is a reasonably liberal event, or as the mainstream media would classify, these are liberal bands, progressive bands. How did your experience as a progressive mesh up with the generalization of the military being conservative?
Well, the media likes to spin the military as being one thing when I know that it's something else. The military, the service men and women have responded to our message very well. The GI resistance movement is growing, is massively growing. We've had dozens of active duty soldiers and sailors, airmen, Marines, men and women who have joined our movement just in the time period of the DNC, just seeing us out here. Because this action is so big that a lot of veterans have not even heard of who we are, but this is getting the message out to them, and they're like, thank you. Finally, I know I'm not the only GI who thinks this. I can go out there and because the military is bred by fear, so that everybody's afraid to talk about their feelings. But now that we have an organization, the veterans can say, hey, I'm a part of that, and then now it's...
And what branch of the service were you in?
I was in the Army.
And for how long?
I was in for 6 years.
Did you serve in Iraq?
I did.
For how long?
I was there for 1 year. I was in 2003 to 2004.
And is there a website that people can go to for more information?
Yes, they can go to ivaw.org.
Thank you. We appreciate it.